Hey everyone, welcome back to React 2025. In this video, we're going to be wrapping up the course. So at the end of the previous video, apologies for it getting cut off. There was actually a huge storm here and I lost internet connection. But at the end of the last video, at the end of the last live stream, we were adding MDX to our application so that we could do markdown for pages like the terms and privacy and documentation. And that was all finished up and released. And you can check out that associated PR on the last video. Really, in this video, what I want to talk about as the course comes to a conclusion is what to do when launching your product. Now, this isn't a course on marketing or sales, and I'm not an expert in those areas, but I can share a few tips that have worked for me just launching things, and I'm going to continue to learn as I launch this product and move forward. Probably the biggest thing that's helped me is focus on the copywriting. So really writing that compelling copy, focusing on customer pain points and specifically how your product is solving those. So if you speak to the pain and show specifically the solution that you're providing, it resonates with that customer and they understand the value proposition that you're providing. It's also really helpful to include testimonials not only on your site, but in your emails and other forms of marketing from satisfied customers and what they like about the product, and provide that validation for somebody who might be on the fence about, should I buy the product, should I not buy the product? Another one is to use imagery to convey your point. So whether that's in an email or on your website, just generally, better colors, better images, a more vibrant website is going to help draw that person in. And even taking it a step farther, use video if you can, whether that's just a screen share of you or a produced video. Every little extra step you can take there to provide a more polished product, it's going to pay off dividends when you're trying to attract and retain customers. I think I mentioned way at the beginning of the course about hopefully you already had some potential customers. And the funny thing about this course is really in building this product, the number one customer was me and a couple other people that I've had interested. But in reality, what you should do, and after taking this course, is try to find a market that already exists. You don't need to be the first person in your market. There's plenty of opportunities for innovation in other markets. Find an established market where there's something out there that could be done better. And talk to those people, talk to your users, grow that list of people before potentially you start coding. Maybe you've already started coding on an MVP, totally okay. But before you launch, ideally you have a group of people that you can kind of talk to. But here's the secret. Even if you don't, you can always launch again. You're technically always launching. You're always launching new features. You're always incrementally trying to make your product better and get it in front of more people. And it's a never-ending, continual journey on growing your product. So it's never done. You're never going to be finished. Part of that, which is related, is where you should actually post your product when you launch. And really the best advice I can give is just post it where your users hang out, whether that's YouTube, Hacker News, Reddit, Facebook, Discord, Slack, whatever. You just want to post it where your potential users or customers are going to live and hopefully get that lead generation coming in to your product so that you have people who are willing to pay. I would also recommend writing about your journey as an opportunity to attract customers. I think content marketing is really successful. So even sharing, why you built the product or how you built the product or how it compares against other competitors, even being very explicit, like Google Analytics versus Fathom. Why does this exist? Why would I choose one over the other? Can help answer some of the doubts that customers might have when looking at your product. And I guess kind of the final thing that I want to talk about is just measuring success. So you've launched a product, you've posted it places. As I mentioned, it's never really over, but you need to have at least a baseline of understanding where you're at so that you can improve. And we've started to kind of set up some of these metrics, whether that's total number of customers, monthly recurring revenue, page views, downloads, or any of those type of metrics. Do you want to find a way to monitor these so that you can incrementally track improvement and see your user base, your recurring revenue grow over time? So whether that's Stripe or Analytics or Firebase, there's all sorts of different places that you can kind of glean insights from, and you want to take that to help drive decisions about what things you should or should not work on. And critically, like, you really got to listen to your users and understand what they want. That's what I'm trying to do now, is reach out to some of these people who are alpha users of fast feedback and ask them what's working, what's not working. One thing that came up that I didn't even really think about, but it's kind of a no-brainer now that I think about it, is, somebody leaves a comment in reply to something that I said. It'd be nice if I got an email about it or some kind of notifications. So I think potentially the next thing I'm going to work on for the product after the course is finished will be some sort of email notification or Slack notification when a comment is posted on your site, so that you don't have to keep checking the dashboard. You can get notified in like a push notification or something. But yeah, I think, knowing where your customers are at, talking with them, posting it, tracking your success, and then continually trying to make your product better and incrementally improving things over time is a great strategy now that your product will be out there in the wild and hopefully growing. And again, if you've built anything with this course, I'd love to see it. Please send me an email, send me a link. Yeah, that really wraps the course. I can't believe it's finished. Thank you all so much for progressing through all the videos, taking the time out of your life to learn with me and go on this journey of building a product from zero to production. If you have any feedback, comments, or questions, you can always email me at leerob.io or leave a comment on this video. And yeah, thank you so much again. Cheers.